哈喽，阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛，大家晚上好。请问一下，今天晚上有新皈依的要做皈依灌顶的吗？如果有的话，要举手。好，谢谢。好。请大家记得将你的手机调为震动或者关机。请检查一下你们的手机有没有调为震动或者关机，谢谢。
说你们哪里走啊？我说是明天1天，后面哪2天上妆，明天天元节。好，那我说说看，说了行，这边。
尊佛中，美国西雅图雷藏寺同修观世音菩萨本尊法一会大众恭敬合掌，恭迎无上法王圣尊莲生活佛。一会大众唱诵莲花童子心咒。 顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，1拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。2拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。3拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印，是平等以其手。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛，升法王座。
With the greatest reverence, we are inviting His Holiness to please ascend to the Dharma Wheel.
师母莲香上师，请上座。长老仁波切诸位上师，请上座。
Inviting Sumo Vajramaster Lian Sheng to please be seated. And we are inviting the Rinpoches, the elders, and the masters to please be seated.
讲师、助教、贵宾、同门善信大德，请就座。
Reference and participants to please be seated.
今晚的贵宾，欢迎廖东洲大使及夫人朱迪师姐。欢迎真佛宝业藏执行长周慧芳律师。依照雷藏寺往常的惯例，请第一次来或很久没有来参加同修的同门，请站起来，自我介绍您的法号和来自的国家及道场。我们先从龙边开始，龙边有要做自我介绍的，请站起来。龙边没有的话，虎边这一边呢？
大家同门好，我叫师专好，我叫叶美金，就是30年前有来过，但是现在又重新过来。
欢迎您常回来啊！
我在温哥华过来的。
欢迎您，
谢谢大家。
师尊好，上师好，大家好，我是莲花秀红，从 Calgary 来，我上个月有来过。师尊生日的时候，那个时候太兴奋、太紧张了。
I came from Calgary and I was here from last month for Grandmaster's birthday.
我想帮我姐姐做个见证。
And Grandmaster was talking about Dharma body, so I would like to give a witness for my sister who's living in Guangzhou, China, who's never seen Grandmaster. And she suffered for a period of time. And I told her to chant the Root Guru mantra. And half awake and half asleep, she saw Grandmaster appearing with 5 Buddha crown and Grandmaster's clothes fluttering in the wind and radiating bright light to bless her. And then she relaxed and calmed down. And one time she was riding a motorcycle and got into an accident. And she flew in the air and fell down. And at that time she felt that Grandmaster was saving her. Although she fell from very high, but she was not injured. So thank you for Grandmaster's Dharma body. It's truly incredible that you appear wherever you're prayed to.
大家好，我是来自温哥华的莲花语音。 我2年半没有来了。
I came from Vancouver, and it's been 2.5 years since I came here.
我就看
I
书
came
上
back
面，
from
那时候买
China
机票
at
很
the end
贵，
of
现在
June,
都要1万多人民币。跟着当天
and
就
the
在送那
airplane
里取
tickets
4
very
天加持，
expensive
给
now.
我
It's
买
over
到一个
10,000
好的机票，
RMB,
又不用这么
renminbi.
辛苦的。跟着呢，早上的时候就是那边
So
就是刚开始法会的时候，没多久我就找到那个9000多的，从那个广州
So during
日本
the
飞香港，在
ceremony
多伦多还要
time
9000多，我买下来了。
that
后来中午
I
11
saw a
点
plane
钟的时
ticket
候，
there was only
跟着呢就找到
$9,000, so I
6400
bought
的
it.
就是从
And then
深
at
圳飞
noon,
直飞香港，直飞温哥华的才6400，
came
这便宜了
for
3000多，就一个早
6,400
上就看风，
in one
那你求
morning
师尊加持得来
from
的奇
Shenzhen
迹。
to
那跟着
Vancouver.
我坐飞机回来的时候，隔壁那个女生，隔壁中间还空着，还有再
So
隔一个
on
女
the
生，她告诉我她的
airplane,
机票要1万
there
多，
was an
还是
empty
一个行
chair,
李箱，我是2个行
and
李
then
箱，
next to it,
所以好神奇，
and
我
she
觉
had
得。
to pay
所以
over
硬要跟大家说
$10,000
这个事
too,
情，本
and
来
she
我
had
挺
only
害羞
one
的，
luggage, and
太棒
but
了，
希望大
I
家
had
相
two
信我们
luggages.
生活
所
中。
以多念师尊
So
心咒。
I'm shy, but I would like to share so that please,
普遍这一
TROVE
边呢，
school is wonderful. Please chant the Root Guru mantra
那
more.
我们也以热烈的掌声欢迎大家一起来参加同修。
So let's welcome everybody for the good practice.
同修南无观世音菩萨本尊法
The
开
good
始，
practice this
观想
evening
真
is
和中
Guanyin,
传承。
Avalokitesvara
南
Buddha
无
Sattva,
大日如
visualize
来
to Buddha，
南无
lineage,
佛
Namo
眼佛
Vairocana
母，
Buddha,
南
Namo
无
Buddha
阿弥
Lokana,
陀佛，
Namo
南无
Amitabha
莲花
Buddha,
童
Namo
子，
Padma
南无
Kumara,
莲生活
Namo
佛。
Living
观
Buddha
想
Lian
师
Sheng.
尊与诸佛菩
Visualize
萨注
Grandmaster
定
and
放
all
光
Buddhas
加
and
持，
Bodhisattvas
持
sitting
莲
on top
花
of our
童
heads
子
ready
心咒
like the
7遍
blessed Sri
Om
Padma
Guru
Kumara
莲
mantra.
生 Siddhi Hom Om Guru莲生 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 Siddhi Hom。 做四无量观，观想右
Perform
手
the
边有
visualization
父
of the
系
four
亲人，
immeasurables, ancestors and relatives from the father's side to your
左
right,
手边有母
from the
系
mother's
亲
side to your
人，
left,
后方有恩人师
friends
长，
and teachers behind us,
前方有冤亲债主，
enemies and karmic creditors in front of us.
四周有六道众
All
生
sentient
团
beings
团围
around
绕，
us together
同
practicing
修密
tentive
法，
Dharma and
共
ultimately
成佛
attaining
道。
Buddhahood.
做金醒手印，
Tap, press and snap your fingers to awaken the deities.
念清净咒及
Recite
安土地
purification
真言
mantras and the
：Om
deity
修利
mantras.
修利摩诃修利修修利娑哈。Om 修多利修多利修摩利修摩利娑哈。Om 瓦扎拉丹呵呵吽。南无萨曼多摩多兰 Om 嘟噜嘟噜得维娑哈。念招请咒：Om 啊 Hom 娑哈。Om 啊 Hom 娑哈。Om 啊 Hom 娑哈。众弟子一心奉请，南无宏观胜面金刚上师莲生活佛，南无宏观胜面金刚上师莲生活佛，南无宏观胜面金刚上师莲生活佛，同修主尊南无观世音菩萨，同修主尊南无观世音菩萨，同修主尊南无观世音菩萨，南无中央毗卢遮那佛，南无东方阿处佛，南无西方阿弥陀佛，南无南方宝生佛，南无北方不空成就佛，南无本师释迦牟尼佛，南无药师佛，南无无极瑶池金木大天尊，南无地藏王菩萨，南无莲花童子，南无文殊师利菩萨，南无弥勒菩萨，南无金刚萨埵，南无莲华生大士，南无准提佛母，金刚护法空行诸天神众，十方三世一切佛，一切菩萨摩诃萨，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜多。 做观想大礼拜，100根本
Great
传
homage
承
using
上师及
visualization
诸
for
佛
Student Guru
嗡
and all
啊
Buddhas.
Home 观想顶礼，
Visualize
回
for
天
position on
心
the
善
ground,
印，
release the
拜
mudra.
诸菩
Second to all
萨，嗡
Bodhisattvas.
啊 Home 观想顶礼，
Visualize for position
回
on the
天心
ground,
善
release the
印，
mudra.
拜诸护
Third
法
to
金
all
刚，
Herukas and Dharma
嗡
protectors.
啊 Home 观想顶礼，
Visualize for
回天
position on the
心善
ground,
印，
release the
是平
mudra.
等一
Fourth
起
head
受。
bow.
大曼达供养，
Great
受节
mandala
供养
offering
手
from
印，
the offering
观想
mudra.
公平变化
Visualize the
无量无
transformations of the
边不
offerings
满
to
虚
become
空。
innumerable to fill the whole cosmic space.
三供根本传承上师，
Make the offering above to the lineage Guru.
历代传承祖师，
All the lineage Gurus.
同修主尊，大慈大悲观世音菩萨，
The main deity of the group practice, the greatly
十方
merciful
三世
and
一切诸
compassionate
佛
Avalokitesvara
菩
Buddha
萨，
all
金刚
Buddhas,
护法
Bodhisattvas,
龙
Herukas,
天
Dharmapalas,
空行
Dakinis, and
下
divinities,
施
and
六
below to
道
all
众
sentient
生。
beings.
念供养赞及供
Recite
养
the
咒
offering， verse and
须弥
mantra.
四周并日月，
One
化
level,
诸
four
珍宝
continents
供
and
养
sun in
佛
one， transform
种
the
种
precious
真
offerings
起
for the
诸功
Buddhas.
德，
May this
消
bring
业速
distress and
速
marriage
正
birth
菩
of
提。
karma to all
嗡
of
萨瓦
civilization.
达达嘎达伊达木咕噜那那面扎那堪尼尼耶达雅密。做四皈依观想，观想根本传承上师，
Fourfold
历
refuge.
代传承祖师，
Visualize our lineage root
一
guru,
切
all
诸
the
佛
lineage gurus,
法
Buddha
宝
jewel, Dharma
僧
jewel,
宝
and Sangha
结合
jewel to
起来，
form
成为大白
bright
光，给
white
自
light
己
to
灌
empower
顶。
us.
念四皈依
Recite
咒
the： mantra.
南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。做披甲护身，手结金刚合掌手印，念金刚手菩萨真言7遍。唵波哟兰哲利，唵波哟兰哲利，唵波哟兰哲利，唵波哟兰哲利，唵波哟兰哲利，唵波哟兰哲利，唵波哟兰哲利。恭诵一遍《高王观世音经》，奉请8大菩萨。南无观世音菩萨摩诃萨，南无弥勒菩萨摩诃萨，南无虚空藏菩萨摩诃萨，南无普贤菩萨摩诃萨，南无金刚手菩萨摩诃萨，南无妙吉祥菩萨摩诃萨，南无除盖藏菩萨摩诃萨，南无地藏王菩萨摩诃萨，南无诸尊菩萨摩诃萨。观世音菩萨，南无佛，南无法，南无僧。佛国有缘，佛法相应，常乐我净，有缘佛法。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大神咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大明咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无上咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无等等咒。南无净光密密佛，法藏佛。狮子吼神诸幽王佛，佛告须弥灯王佛，法护佛，金刚掌狮子游戏佛，宝胜佛，神通佛，药师琉璃光王佛，普光功德三王佛，善住功德宝王佛，过去七佛，未来显劫千佛，1500佛，万物千佛，500花生佛，百亿金刚掌佛，定光佛，六方六佛名号。东方宝光月殿月妙尊音王佛，南方树根花王佛，西方照晚神通焰花王佛， 北方月殿清净佛，上方无数精进宝手佛，下方善济月音王佛，无量诸佛多宝佛，释迦牟尼佛、弥勒佛、阿处佛、弥陀佛，中央一切众生，在佛世界中者，行诸于地上，即在虚空中，此由于一切众生，各令安稳修行，昼夜修持，心常求诵此经，灭生死苦，消除诸毒害。南无大明观世音，光明观世音，高明观世音，开明观世音，药王菩萨，药上菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，普贤菩萨，虚空藏菩萨，地藏王菩萨，清凉宝山一万菩萨，普光王如来花生菩萨，念念诵此经，七佛世尊即说咒曰：尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，宾尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵前地，娑哈。尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，宾尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵前地，娑哈。尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，宾尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵前地，娑哈。尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，宾尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵前地，娑哈。尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，宾尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵前地，娑哈。尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，宾尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵前地，娑哈。尼波尼波地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，宾尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵前地，娑哈。十方观世音，一切诸菩萨，是愿救众生，称名悉解脱。若有智慧者，因情未解说，但是有因缘，读诵口不错，诵经满千遍，念念心不绝。火焰不能伤，刀兵力摧者，慧怒生欢喜，死者变成火。莫言此是虚，诸佛不忘说。高王观世音，能救诸苦厄，临危急难中，死者变成火。诸佛语不虚，是故应顶礼。持诵满千遍，众罪皆消灭。后福坚信者，专攻受此经，愿以此功德普及于一切。诵满1000遍，众罪皆消灭。高王观世音经中。共念3遍往生咒。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍单波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦尼尼迦迦那，จิตโต迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍单波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦尼尼迦迦那，จิตโต迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍单波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦尼尼迦迦那，จิตโต迦尼娑哈。首节根本上师大白莲花童子手印，观想根本上师大白莲花童子三光加倍。持根本上师莲花童子心咒21遍。唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽， Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 手结观世音菩萨莲华合掌印。
Form Avalokitesvara Buddha Lotus Anjali Mudra.
先观空。
First empty your mind.
念观空咒。
Recite the Sunyata visualization
Om
mantra.
Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobhava Sutto Hang. Om Sobhava Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobhava Sutto Hang. Om Sobhava Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobhava Sutto Hang. 观想虚空中有一个月轮。
Visualize a blue moon
月轮
disk in
中
the
有
sky
白色种子
with the
字
white
写
shape
字放
sit
大
syllable
白
at the
光。
center, radiating bright white light.
月轮中写字旋转，化
The
为
sit
白
syllable
色自
evolves to
性观
become the
音。
white self-nature Avalokitesvara.
观世音菩萨坐莲台，
Seated on a lotus throne,
天衣从裙飘动，
wearing layers of celestial garments
宝饰璎
and
珞，
beautiful
严饰其
ornaments.
身，庄严慈祥。
She looks compassionate and magnificent,
有无量白净光
radiating
照射，
infinite pure light.
可观想大明六字咒围绕
You
着
may
菩
also
萨放
visualize the
大
six
光
sit
明。
syllable mantra revolving around the Bodhisattva.
观想观世音菩萨右手持白净旗，
Visualize her right
化
hand
成
is
一
holding
道
a
白
white
光，
nectar vase,
照观
which
行者。
emits a ray of pure white light upon
行
us
者之恶业、恶念
to
全化为
eradicate
黑
negative
气，
karma
由毛细
and
孔蒸
transforming
发
all
出去，
negativities to become
在
black
大
smoke
气中
expelled through
消
the skin
失。
pores and disappearing in thin air.
行者全身纯
Our
白、
bodies
透
become
明、
pure
发光
white,
得
crystal
大
clear
清
and
安。
luminous, and we attain peace and ease.
观想观世音菩萨在虚空中飞到自己的顶上，
Then visualize Avalokitesvara
坐于顶
Bodhisattva
上，
moves to
缩小
above our
成一
heads,
粒米大的光，
seated on top of our crowns, and
同
decreases
时
in
自己
size
心
until she
轮开放
becomes a
成为
drop
一
of
朵
light.
莲花。
At the same time, our heart
莲花
chakra
心中
opens to
有
become
月
a
轮，
lotus blossom.
手种则字
At the
写字，
center, there's a moon
写
disk
字
and a
放
white
光，
syllable
射到
xie,
观世音菩
which
萨
radiates
进
white
入
light
中脉。
to invoke Avalokitesvara
以
Bodhisattva
弹指
to
间，
enter our
自己
central
与
channel
观世音菩
and
萨
reach our
融
heart
合
lotus.
成一，无
In the
二
flesh, we
分
become
别。
Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, completely identical and inseparable.
"持观世音菩萨心咒108遍，先做
Recite
持念珠观想。
Avalokitesvara Heart Mantra 108 times. First perform Mala visualization.
持咒：Om Mani Padme Hum，Om 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 Mani Padme Hum。Om Mani Padme Hum, Om 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 Mani Padme Hum, องค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่มองค์มานีเป็นมีห่ม做九节佛风有三摩地。 加持八大本尊心咒及念佛。Om 阿弥陀瓦塞 Om 玛尼贝米吽 Om 本那摩林多林娑哈 Om 哈哈哈为什么耶娑哈 Om 这里主里准提娑哈 Om 真巴拉查楞查拉耶娑哈 Om 阿吽贝扎咕噜贝玛悉地吽塞 Om 阿吽咕噜贝阿呵萨萨玛哈莲生悉地吽 Tế ya tha om Bekha Maha Bekha La Cha Samo Kya Te He So Kha Nam Mô 36万亿一水一万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿一水一万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿一水一万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。请大家起念，请佛注释体愿文。具德妙善神尊秘密主，十方世界佛刹成数佛，大悲有情海会众菩萨，护教金刚空行前顶礼，世间三毒炽盛业漫漫，身心摧折轮回苦无休。圣尊理念降生度迷情，三宝于是微光护群生，人天福田所依金刚身，受戒传法灌顶次悉地，佛子集听注释转法轮，利乐无量无尽众生界。恭诵长寿佛心咒21遍，回向师尊健康长寿。持咒唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈。唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈。唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈，唵阿玛罗尼祖文帝耶娑哈。回向。愿以净光消我业，得成自在观音尊，放大慈光来济众，人人同归大悲尊。愿同念佛者，同生极乐国，上报四重恩，下济三途苦。见佛了生死，由佛度一切。真佛中众弟子一心祈愿，慈悲护主。观世音菩萨正法明如来，以无尽的慈悲力，护佑圣尊佛体安康，长寿自在，常住世间，灾厄退散，大乐任运，永转法轮。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛作众回向。
To apply authentic Dharma to help suffering sentient beings and guide them to the other shore of Sukhavati. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Homage to greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Buddha. Homage to the greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Buddha. homage to the greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. We pray that you guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha verses. We pray that your myriad, countless transformations, that you're always in the ocean of sufferings to salvage the suffering and to observe and hear the prayers and fulfill them. Please eradicate the karmic sicknesses of all beings and all beings' calamities. Please bless us with the enhanced merit and wisdom. Please bless us so we have attainment in meditation and wisdom, so that we can utilize both. We pray to the greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, so that we have strong spiritual cultivation, to allow all spiritual cultivators to have attainments, to have good health, endowed with abundant resources. Namo, the greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and gods in heavens, gods on earth, may be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, and let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted. To Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and all the emanations of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, please eradicate the pandemic and the viruses and calamities, and please eradicate all bad causes and conditions, and stop all bad thoughts from arising.
One.
We say
100 syllable mantra 3 times.
Samaya Manupanaya Petsa Sato Tinupadicha Zetso Me Pawa Soto Kayu Me Pawa Sopo Kayu Me Pawa Anurato Me Pawa Sarwa Siti Me Bulayata Sarwa Kama Sutame Jitamu Suriyan Guru Hom Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Bezamami Mensa Bezabawa Maha Samaya Sato Ahom Pei Om Beza Sato Samaya Manupanaya Bệ Gia Sát Tô Tín Nụ Ba Đi Cha Zé Chô Mẹ Ba Hoa Sô Tô Khai Yuen Mẹ Ba Hoa Sô Bô Khai Yuen Mẹ Ba Hoa An Nơ Lạt Tô Mẹ Ba Hoa Sa Hoa Si Đi Mẹ Bồ La Ya Cha Sa Hoa Cam Ma Sô Cha Mẹ Chỉ Ta Mu Sư Đi Nhân Cô Đô Hộp Ha 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 hơ Ba Ca Vấn Sao Tathagata Bệ Gia Ma Mi Men Cha Bệ Gia Ba Hoa Maha Samaya Sato A Hom Pei Om Bệ Gia Sato Samaya Manu Panaya Bệ Gia Sato Tenu Padi Cha Zé Chô Mẹ Ba Hoa Sô Tô Khai Yuen Mẹ Ba Hoa Sô Bô Khai Yuen Mẹ Ba Hoa An Nơ Lạt Tô Mẹ Ba Hoa Sa Hoa Si Đi Mẹ Bồ La Ya Cha Sa Hoa Cam Ma Sô Cha Mẹ Chỉ Ta Mu Sư Đi Nhân Cô Đô Hom Ha 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 hơ Ba Ca Vấn Sao Tathagata Bệ Gia Ma Mi Men Cha Bệ Gia Ba Hoa Maha Samaya Sato A Hom Pei 做观想大礼拜，100根本传承上师及诸佛。Om 观想顶礼，回天心三印，200诸菩萨。Om 啊 Om 观想顶礼，回天心三印，300诸佛法金刚。Om 啊 Om 观想顶礼，回天心三印，是平等一起手。念圆满咒 Om Brim Om Brim Om Brim Om Mani Padme Hum。让我们以热烈的掌声感谢根本上师法王圣尊莲生活佛加持同修圆满吉祥。敬献他达，请大家恭敬合掌，请长老是莲满上师代表全体弟子向法王圣尊莲生活佛请法，敬献他达，以表最崇高敬意。
Lian to present the offering of Hada to the Lian Guru as a symbol of the highest honor on behalf of all of us.
请大家一起虔诚恭敬合掌，恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛做宝贵的法语开示。
We invite His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teachings.
我们敬礼，传承祖师。
Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus.
了明和尚。
Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubdan Dorji. Homage to the 3 jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of the group practice this evening. Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the greatly loving and compassionate one. Sumo Tanzan Gatso Tutan Siddhi. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。 愛してる。사랑해. Hola amigo. Que quiero mucho. Scoin. 이지바. 김어지. 주미. 야비. 뿌린뿌린. 건방와.
Tonight we practice Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's Dharma practice. And Avalokitesvara has myriad, innumerable emanations. As we often say, they appear everywhere they are in vogue. And they are always on the ocean of suffering to salvage the suffering beings. So they delivered the most sentient beings. And for this Bodhisattva, whether you're Buddhist or not, you would know Avalokitesvara or Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Typically, in the Universal Gate Sutra, as we mentioned the other time, that Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas that they would manifest themselves as the being to be delivered. And that was mentioned, we mentioned about the Supreme Bliss Deva, so that's the manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And also Mahakala is also a manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. There are many Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, like Hayagriva, is also a manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And Mahakala too is a manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and many other Herukas or Vajra protectors are emanations of Avalokitesvara. Therefore, their emanations are innumerable, and they deliver the most sentient beings. And Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is also the most famous. They often manifest compassionate appearance. Therefore, we refer to them as the greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. If you read The Journey to the West, written by Wu Chengmen, every time the monk Sanzang, the master of Tripitaka of the Tang dynasty, every time he encountered a calamity, most of the time he was saved by Avalokitesvara Buddha. That was also the case in the Journey to the West novel. Let me share a few jokes.
我当兵的时候啊，连长派人去执行一项危险的任务。他讲，谁愿意去就请跨前一步。结果，这项倒霉的差事竟落到我的头上。就问，你为什么要跨前一步呢？他讲，不是，是我的行动慢了一点，没有跟其他人后退一步。他没有一个人跨前一步的，只是大家都后退一步。
He thought that they thought that he was moving forward one step, but actually that wasn't the case. But everybody else moved backward one step.
这个小明的儿子爱逃学说法。
Xiaoming's son loves to skip classes.
买了一个侧方的机器人。
So
一日，儿子
Xiaoming
晚归，
bought
小
a
明问
robot,
去哪里了？儿子
and
讲
one
去图
day
书馆。
the
这
kid
个机器
came home
人一巴
late,
掌就
and the dad Xiaoming asked, and he said he went to the library. So the robot slapped the
这
kid,
时候儿子才讲，
and
去
then the
同学
kid
家
said,
看 A 片。
"Oh, I watched a blue movie at
小明
the
讲
classmate's
胆
house."
子好大，
And
我
Xiaoming
长这么
said,
大从来没有看过。所以机器人随机给
"What?
小
How
明
brave
打一
you
个巴
are!
掌。
I have never watched it when I was your age." And then
这
the
个
robot hit
妻
him,
子就很生气，对小明讲，
and the wife was
活该
angry and told
对
Xiaoming,
儿子这么苛刻，怎么说？
"You
他
deserve
都是
it.
你亲生的啊。 结
Uh,
果
you're
机
so
器人
mean
又
to
给
your
他妻
kid,
子打了一个耳光。
and that's your own son." And then the robot slapped her.
这个我们将来有测谎的机器人，大家最好不要买。
So in the future, please don't buy a robot, a lie detecting robot.
某一个晚上，小明的妈妈哭着奔进家门。
One night,
妈妈
Xiaoming's
就问小
mom
明：
coming
妈妈
home
发生了
crying,
什么事？怎么哭成这样子
and
呢？
the dad asked Xiaoming, "What happened to your mom?
因为我
Why
们
is
去
she
参加
crying
学
like
校
that?"
的
And Xiaoming
伟
replied,
业创意
"We
化妆比
attended
赛，
a costume
结果妈妈得到第
a
一。
costume
爸爸讲
competition
机器人
at
不
home,
错啊。
and mom got
小明
first
讲，
prize. Oh, that's good, right?
妈妈是去看
But
比赛的，她并没有
mom
参
was
赛。
watching the competition. She was not participating in the competition.
有一个同事，那天陪着老婆去
A coworker
产检，拍
accompanied
了3D 的
the
胎儿照，
wife for a fetus and check, and they got the 3D images. And then they start discussing which part is looking like who. When they were talking to each other sweetly, and the doctor told the husband that this is not yours, this child is not yours. And the husband immediately dragged his face, and the wife was very shocked and told the husband, "You have to believe me. I haven't done anything wrong to you." Oh, but this image is the earlier one was the wrong one. So that's why, as a doctor, you have to be careful when you speak. Now we'll do a Q&A. From Indonesia, Lian Sheng, a Grandmaster and Simu, peace be with you. May you be healthy and live a long life and live in self-mastery. I would like to ask about the black-faced Golden Mother who oversees the netherworld. Grandmaster, may I ask that other than capturing ghosts, does the so-called overseeing the netherworld involve the following 3 Dharma power for Bardo deliverances? 1. Like Amugapasa Avalokitesvara, the Vajra of equal deliverance, the black-faced Golden Mother is able to deliver all kinds of spirits. 2. Like Amitabha Buddha's and Manjushri Bodhisattva's deliverance mantras, those who are burdened with heavy karmic transgression due to killing can practice and recite the black-faced Golden Mother mantra to bardo deliver and eradicate karma due to killing. 3. Her mantra can also be used to bless sand or rice, which is to be scattered on a grave to bardo deliver the disease. So I guess the question is, because black-faced Golden Mother is in charge of the netherworld, can she be like Amugapasa Avalokitesvara, that she's able to bardo deliver? And second, like Amitabha Buddha or Manjushri Bodhisattva's deliverance mantra, that she can also bardo deliver those with heavy karma due to killing. Or third, that the black-faced Golden Mother's mantra can be used to bless sand or rice to be scattered on the grave for bardo deliverance. So that's like the primary Dharma power for 3 key bardo deliverances. So that's invented by this Lian Sheng from Indonesia. So the black-faced Golden Mother loves to capture ghosts. We have said that she's amazing at catching ghosts, but is she also doing bardo deliverances? So what do you think? This question is really, it's a no question. It's a non-question question. Why is that? How should I say it? Let me just give an example. Like the president of the Seattle Lijiang Temple, he's a president or abbot. And we also have the manager or superintendent and secretary and accountant, 4 positions. So, of course, the president manages the accountant, the secretary, and the manager's work. He can manage everything. But he may not want to do that. He just delegate all the work and then they would perform and then report to the president. So he doesn't have to manage them. He just checked the results. That's just an example, okay? Just an example. But the same with Golden Mother. She can manage everything because Golden Mother has tremendous power. And every night for my bardo deliverance, I have Golden Mother and the Tiger Head Vajra to perform my bardo deliverance. And for the upcoming grand ceremony, I would tell you how I perform my bardo deliverance. I will show it to you from beginning to end. So, as I am performing it, I will also explain them. So, black-faced Golden Mother is an emanation of Golden Mother too. And transformation body of Golden Mother or the golden face Golden Mother and the tiger head Vajra, they are all emanated by Golden Mother and they all have their task. And the black-faced Golden Mother is in charge of the netherworld. Of course, she's in charge of expelling the bad ghost or capturing the bad ghost. That's the responsibility of the black-faced Golden Mother. Whether she bardo deliver or not, that would be done by the Tiger Head Vajra or Golden Mother, not necessarily by the black-faced Golden Mother. So you say it yourself. So Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara, or the Vajra of equal deliverance, so you can just use Amoghapasa to bardo deliver. And Amitabha Buddha also bardo delivers. And Manjushri Bodhisattva also bardo delivers. And Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva also bardo delivers. Why do you need the black-faced Golden Mother to do it? Why do you bother? And you already know so many others, and you know the deliverance mantras of Amitabha Buddha or Manjushri Bodhisattva, and you can just use them. Or Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara, equal deliverance. Or scattering rice or sand on a grave, you can just use Usnisha Vijaya mantra. Why do you have to use black-faced Golden Mother? then you just use the Ushnisha Vijaya mantra or Dharani. Then you can bless the sand and rice. They each have their own roles. Then you cannot say that she's the one that take on everything, so that when Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva was about to deliver, oh, it's done already by the black-faced golden mother, or the Amugapasa Avalokitesvara too, or Amitabha Buddha, or Manjushri Bodhisattva, then have no job. They don't have to do anything anymore because they're all taken care of by the black-faced golden mother. Therefore, your Dharma name is Lian Sheng. Think about it, Sheng. Sounds like thinking. You're one person. I don't know whether this is a man or a woman. So you're in charge of breakfast and lunch and dinner and supper and snacks. And all of the food and all the daily necessities, and then you can you can do all of them? Not necessarily. Can you fix the aircon? Everybody has their specialties. Then you let them do that. The same with human beings, right? We each have our specialty or skills. Then you let them do that. You cannot just do everything, right? Yeah, and if Black-faced Golden Mother is in charge of everything, then Grandmaster doesn't have to do Bhakti deliverance anymore. Just let the Black-faced Golden Mother do it. And your name is Lianhua Xiang, like Lianhua thinking. So you should think about it yourself. Do you do all the work there is? Right? So that's the answer. So of course, like our manager and secretary, they can do a lot of things, but their responsibility is the manager, and that's your responsibility. And the secretary, they are in charge of the secretarial work, or the accountant, the accounting. So that's the role and responsibility. If you're an accountant, but you are controlling the work of the manager, then you're over-controlling. However, the manager seems to manage everything, but the accountant cannot control the manager. But the manager takes care of everything, all of them. They have to pay attention to everything. So they're like an inspector. So he is specifically in charge of inspection. This is a scam. It's a joke. One day, there's a beggar at the market, grocery, and then everybody gave him some money, and he took notes of the name and the addresses of the people who give the money. And then an hour later, he was driving Bentley, and give the people who give him money in the morning 10 times the amount. If it's $1, they would get 10, or $10 would get 100. So everybody in the grocery store was surprised. And the second day, he went to the store again, and everybody there gave him money, and lots of money, $100, $1,000, and they all write their addresses at the back of the money. And in less than an hour, the beggar got 70 or 80,000 hundreds. And he's gone forever. No more Bentley car. And he did not return any money. So this is a scam. There are many scammers nowadays. They just give you a little benefit and then cheat you out of lots of money. So please be watchful of fraudulent groups which are very popular around the world, and it was originated in Taiwan. The little monk asked the abbot, "Abbot, before you became a monk, did you drink?" And he replied, "Oh, this is playful of Chinese. I've been drunk, but it also means I'm sinful." And the little monk asked again, "Did you drink or not? How come you couldn't understand? I have told you, right?" He's been drunk. That means he has drunk. But it's also playful. Xiaoming wrote a composition, and the title is My Mom. My mom is multifaceted. On her body, there is the journey of the West is playing. The journey of the West is playing. The body, my mom's body is like the pixie. And her hair is like Sa Wu Jing, the monk. You know how her hair was? And her mouth is like the monk, Shen, always nagging. And her temper is like the monkey, Sun Wukong, always beating us with the duster and always loses her temper. This is my mother. And then the teacher wrote, "Please have your mom sign your composition." That's how he described his mom. The body is like the pixie, and the temper is like monkey, and the mouth is like the monk, always nagging, and the hair is like the monk, Sa Wu Jing. And Xiaoming wrote a poem. My mom is as beautiful as a flower blossom. But oh, my dad is as ugly as the dirt. But oh, why? Mom loves dad. I finally know, because the flower cannot live without dirt. And then the teacher wrote the score that here is a genius poet. Now we will talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. Now we will talk about this phrase. They understood the true reality beyond all phenomena, including the roots of sentient beings. We will just talk about this. Last week we talked about they could smoothly turn the non-regressing wheel following the course of nature. And there were two key points: non-regressing wheel and following the course of nature. And today is they understood the true reality beyond all phenomena, including the roots of sentient beings. It seems ordinary, right? You understand the phenomena of everything. So Dharma here means phenomena. So you understand the phenomena of everything, and they also understand the roots or the spiritual roots of all sentient beings. So the roots of sentient beings mean their spiritual roots, and the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas would know about that. So it's very easy to explain this. However, we cannot just say that. So what is this understood all phenomena? If we go deeper, is that everything is empty without self-nature. It's spoken in the Vajra Sutra. Everything is an aggregate, an assembly, a combination. All phenomena are aggregates. Everything is. I have given an example that a house is an aggregate. They have no self-nature. If you disintegrate them, then the nails are nails, the woods are wood, the cement is cement, and the sand is sand. So if you disintegrate them, plastics, glasses, doors, windows, woods, if they all are dissected, they have no self-nature. But once a house is built, you can live in it. As we know, it can protect you from the wind and the rain, and there is a space, an area that you can occupy. That's the meaning of a house. But once you take it down, then there's nothing left. So it is empty without self-nature. Once a house is taken down, it's empty. Then there's no self-nature. It cannot protect you from the wind or the rain, and you cannot occupy it. So that's an analogy for a house or a car. It's the same. Or a human being. They're all the same, empty without self-nature. everyone is the same. They are an aggregate of the element of earth, water, fire, wind, and space. But once you disintegrate, then everything's gone. And the earth, the bones and the flesh are the earth. The blood is the water. The body temperature is the fire. You maintain that temperature. And the breath or breathing, that's the air. And once you dissipate, or the four elements dissipate, then nothing's left. That's called empty without self-nature. Then it's not a human being anymore. It's gone. So understood the true reality beyond all phenomena, that everything is empty without self-nature. That's the first understanding. But in the current phenomena, there are, of course, a differentiation. Like, just take an example of a human being. That no two human beings look exactly alike. And they just composed with eyebrows, eyes, nose, 2 ears, a mouth, on the face, just these things. Yet, there are still differentiations among them. And they're all different. This is called the differentiated phenomena. Or look. So the look of a human being should be very simple. Just the eyebrows, eyes, nose, ears, mouth. But combined together, every human being is different from each other. So this is called the differentiating phenomena. So one is empty without self-nature, and second is that everything has differentiating phenomena. And the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas understand about emptiness without self-nature as well as the differentiating phenomena. And this is called understood the true reality beyond all phenomena. So if you go deeper, like the fortune teller would say, that observing your look and your qi, vital energy on your body, the color of your body, they would know about that person. So, understood well the phenomena. It's like when they see a human being, they would know immediately how much money they would earn. Do they have bad luck or good look with good, which is a good person or bad person? Or there is luminosity around their vital energy. What kind of light? White light. That's the light of spiritual cultivator. The red light is the light of a good person. A yellow light is the light of a rich person. And gray light is bad luck. If it's black light, then there would be an evil person. If someone with a bad intent or bad person that's would have black energy or light. So you can tell by observing the vital energy of a person. So color is the color of a person. Or a sickly person from the face, you know that that person is sick. Or a decline on the face, then you know that they are having misfortune. Or if they have a rainbow light on the face, and then also a very fulfilled, opulent look, they must have, must be pretty well-to-do and live a good life. You can tell from the spirits of their eyes, whether they are very devious or deceptive. Then you know that they are either thieves or someone that's doing improper things. So that everything is empty without self-nature. However, from the phenomena, you can also tell the differences among them. So they understood this, and that's called understanding all phenomena. So now you know. And they also know the roots of sentient beings, or the spiritual roots of sentient beings. Which means that the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas can discern the heart, mind of sentient beings. With one look, you would know this one is definitely the pig. Why? Because they love pleasures and leisures. And Grandmaster has said this, that Taiwanese restaurants and clubs, they would worship a god, but the god is the 8 precepts pig, or the pixie. And they wish that man would give rise to that sensual pleasures and would go there. So the lower establishments would enshrine the 8 precept pig, and Grandmaster had consecrated them too. So they know the roots of sentient beings. If a person is like the 8 precepts pig, then you know that that person loves sensual pleasures. And when a great bodhisattva takes a look, immediately would know that this person is greedy for money. Really love money. Many of them. Like all the corruptors that were caught by President Xi from China, in the tens of thousands of people, right, that had been caught. 400,000 corrupt officials that had been caught, captured. I didn't even know that there were that many officials. So they were all greedy for money. We all know. So the great bodhisattvas too would know. So this is called knowing the roots of sentient beings. So you're either greedy for sensual pleasures or greedy for money, and some people are greedy for fame and name. They want to become a well-known someone. Many people also love that. People who want to become officials also love fame and wealth, and some of them also sensual pleasures. So they differentiate those who love or are greedy for money or fame or sensual pleasures. So roots here refer to spiritual roots. There are many, as is well known in Buddha school. The lazy bug. There are bugs all over his body. Bugs in the brows, in the eyes. There are bugs all over his body. Lazy bug. What kind of bug? It's a lazy bug. They just loaf around. So they just pass their days. So if you're not diligent as spiritual cultivator, then you are lazy. So let's talk about diligence. When you wake up in the morning, you have to make your bed. The bed work. When we were young, when we got up, our parents would tell us, make your bed. So you need to make your bed. You fold your blankets, you tidy up your pillows, and then the cup for the toothbrush, toothpaste, and everything have to be hung nicely and tidily, everything. But the lazy bug would just kick away a blanket. There was a girl from Canada that just kicked her blanket when she woke up. And I asked her, why? Did you just kick your blanket? And she replied, oh, because I need it again at night. Why do I need to fold it in the morning? So she did not know. She was uneducated. When we were little, we had to make our bed in the morning and then to put everything at its place. And then the clothes have to be folded, and you need to put the clothes that you will wear in the morning right next to the bed. And then afterwards, you need to sweep and clean the yard. Then you sweep the floor in the house, and then in front of the house to clean all the garbage, and then you sprinkle water on it. When we go to school or when we finish class, that we want to clean the desks and also sweep the floor and also sprinkle water to mop the floor and to put the desks and the chairs in nicely and tidily. So you need to take care of those, every one of them. And as ordained monks and nuns, you need to do all those. You need to vacuum the carpets in your own room, and you need to make sure they're always clean. So if you spill something like coffee on the carpet and you don't take care of it, then the carpet was stained. Or soy sauce, and then the whole room became very dirty and filthy. And so that's why if your own room is not clean, how can you, the person, be clean? How can your heart, mind be clean? It's from the outside to the inside. So this is the spiritual roots of sentient beings. The habitual tendencies are very crucial. Many people develop the habit to be lazy, then your life is wasted. In the future, you would become a lazy bug. A lazy bug is filled with bugs all over his body. Bugs in the eyes, bugs in the tummy, there are bugs all over his body. So a lazy bug. So by all means, as ordained monks and nuns, never be a lazy bug. You have to maintain clean clothes. You don't want to have to emit odor, bad odor, that you would be despised wherever you go. That's all roots of sentient beings. And also stinginess. That's also habitual roots, that you're very stingy. And some people are very arrogant. That's also a kind of habitual tendencies. So this is the spiritual roots or the habitual roots of sentient beings. So the great bodhisattvas would know immediately. They can see, they can pierce through your inside and know what the sentient beings are thinking about. So this is called knowing or understanding the spiritual roots of sentient beings. And some people are very illogical, irrational. You cannot reason with them, unreasonable. So if you start reasoning with your boss, then you almost lose your job. If you're reasoning with your wife, then you're about to get divorced. If you are reasoning with your boss, then you will be fired. If you're reasoning with your wife, that you will get divorced sooner or later. So you need to understand the spiritual root of this person. So Bodhisattva knows the spiritual roots of sentient beings. So, and they would be able to tell who have high or good spiritual roots. The Guru Atisha wrote about the paths of the three men, I guess. And then according to these three paths of beings, Guru Tsongkhapa also wrote a further commentary on it. So my simple classification is those with the deep or high spiritual root, they can become bodhisattva. And then those with middling spiritual root, they can go to the heavens. And those with lower spiritual root, they can be reborn in good, slightly better places. So spiritual cultivation is divided into three. One is the high or deep spiritual root, one is middling, and then the last is lower spiritual root. And then how to guide them, the great bhikshus and great bodhisattvas would know how to guide them, guide the different levels of sentient beings. So this is what this phrase means. Now you know. Therefore, they understood all phenomena, including the spiritual roots of sentient beings. They, meaning the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas. So, Grandmaster has explained this sentence so that you know now. What time is it now? 10. Is this funny? A colleague was very simple and humble and modest. But recently, something has changed. Usually, he buy a $40 Taiwanese dollar a brown meat rice. Now he would buy $140 beef noodle soup, and he used to just ride the public transport. Now he's riding a taxi, and people thought that he won a lottery. It turned out that he just split up with his girlfriend. Is this funny? Funny? Oh, maybe he spent all his money on his girlfriend. So after they broke up, he has more money. He had more money. About winning lottery, recently we have someone else that won first prize in lottery. Known by Master Lian Chuan. Also, someone from Malaysia. It's a different lottery. So the first prize. So one won the first prize in the Malaysian lottery and the other one in the special draw in Malaysia. Because the other day when we practiced Manohara, I saw diamonds all over, so I knew someone would win the lottery. And they all won first prize. So, True Buddha School is a school for winning the lotteries. But please don't ask me to bless your lottery tickets, okay? You know why? Because Grandmaster never win any lottery ticket, any lottery. You know why I never won anything? Because I never bought any lottery. So because I don't buy, so of course I have no chance to win. But I have enough. Many things are offered by disciples. I'm already very content and satisfied. Even if I win, it's not that meaningful. On the mountain road, Xiaoming stopped a car to give him a ride. And the driver said, can you show me your lifeline? And so Xiaoming showed him his palm. And after the driver saw that, okay, your lifeline is pretty long, so yeah, get on. And Xiaoming couldn't understand why. Do you need to check my lifeline? Just getting a ride from you. And the driver replied, because my brakes are broken. This is a joke. Tomorrow we will talk about the next phrase. They shielded beings from their fears so that they could gain fearlessness. We are very grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teaching. Tomorrow, July 17, Sunday at 3 p.m., His Holiness will be at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington, to preside over the Avalokitesvara Buddha Homa fire offering ceremony. The temple is open starting at 1 p.m. and you're required to wear masks at all times. There would be direct webcasts in both Chinese and English. And on August 20th, Saturday at 3 p.m., there would be the annual Grand Bardo Deliverance Ceremony where Grandmaster will transmit the 1,000 vessel Bardo deliverance practices. And the following day, on August 21st, also Sunday at 3 p.m., His Holiness will preside over Golden Mother Homa fire offering ceremony at the Rainbow Temple. And August 28th, His Holiness will perform the Sengji or Life Foundation ritual. If you're interested to join, make sure that you send your Life Foundation item as soon as possible. For details, please check the website. Now we are inviting His Holiness to perform the refuge initiation, and we are inviting any of you who would like to take refuge to please come forward to the center of the temple and personally receive refuge initiation from His Holiness. If you're not present in person and would like to take refuge, you may also send a letter to join the foundation. This ends the English interpretation today. Please remember to return your receivers before you leave. Thank you very much.
坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。是平等一起手。恭请根本上师法王圣尊莲生活佛以佛尘加持大家。同修会圆满吉祥结束了，感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教、贵宾、同门善信大德的护持。网络直播到此结束。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.